What's good, YouTube? This is Boxingwave, and we are back. Just want to do a quick recap of the Natasha Jonas Mikaela fight that went down this weekend. This fight was for Jonas's welterweight IBF title. Okay, we know that Mikaela has moved up a few divisions after losing to Alicia Baumgartner back down at 130. All right, so she's moved up every fight. She's moved up another division, and now she's fighting at welterweight against Jonas. Now, very controversial. Everybody screamed robbery. I watched the fight live. I couldn't wait to do some content on this fight. Very good fight, by the way. All right, this to start off the year. Very good women's fight. This is one of those fights that makes me feel, and I don't always feel this way, but there are certain fights that make me feel I wish we either had 3-minute rounds or at least 2 more rounds in the championship fights. Maybe keep it 2-minute rounds, but give us 2 more rounds, or make it 3-minute rounds and keep it at 10. All right, because I think that would have made the decision that might have altered the final decision at the end, or maybe not. I don't know, but anyway, this fight was out in Liverpool. This is in Jonas's hometown. So I knew, I didn't do a breakdown. I felt like Mayer was going to win the fight. I could be honest. I'll tell you guys, even if I don't do a breakdown, I would tell you my prediction, even if I'm wrong. I was expecting Mayer to win, but I knew that if the fight happened to be really, really close, I would have assumed that they would give it to Jonas. But the prediction would have been Mayer by close decision, split decision. It was a split decision, but it went to Jonas. First round, I scored it for Jonas. Okay, I thought it was clear. I liked the combinations. I liked the counters. Second round, I gave to Mayer. Mayer started to put the pressure on, started to walk Jonas down, landed some good right hands. But it was close. It was a lot of back and forth. A lot of these rounds were close, too, on top of that. All right, third round, gave it to Jonas again. It was close round. I put down. I like the body work. I like the check right hook. Again, she's a southpaw. So, real quick before I go more with the rounds, Mayer, I knew Mayer was going to be bigger. I know she's coming up in weight, but I knew she was going to be. She's very tall, and now I think she's more full. You know what I mean? She's not cutting down as much weight. So I knew that she had a size advantage over Jonas, even though Jonas has fought at higher weights. I knew Mayer was going to come in being the aggressor, being a bigger puncher, or not the bigger puncher, but being the woman that was going to be coming forward. And I knew Jonas was going to rely on fighting off a back foot, countering and stuff. I figured the fight was going to go the way it went. And Mikaela Mayer, her game plan was just to walk Jonas down, throw more punches, just try to bully her, get her on the ropes, and trade and exchange with her, and that's exactly what she did. Where Jonas was more on setting traps, landing the check right here, making Mayer walk into her shots, and that's exactly what we got every single round. All right, so third round gave to Jonas again, had it 2-1 at this point, but again, the second and third rounds I thought were close. Fourth round, I gave it to Mayer. I think it was a clear round. I think this was one of her better rounds in the earlier rounds, and at least in the first half of the fight. Clear, powerful right hands. That's what I put in my notes. The fifth round I gave to Jonas. I think she landed some big counters in that round. Sixth round, I thought it was the slowest round. I gave it to Jonas. All right, again, with the counters, just making Mayer walk into her shots. The seventh round, I gave it to Mayer. I like the body shots, the body work. I think it was her best rounds up to this point now in the seventh round. Eighth round, gave it to Mayer again. Close round. This was another close round, but I think Mayer just barely outworked her, okay? I think this might have been a round that I had to rewatch. I think that single eighth round, it might be one of the rounds that I did rewind and watch over. The ninth round, again, another phenomenal round for Mayer. At this point, she's in control of the fight. just going to the body and just again just being the aggressor. And then in the 10th round, I thought Mayer dominated. At this point, I think Mayer is just winning the fight, and I scored it 96-94 for Mayer. I think that is what I scored it. I think one of the judges had a 97-93 for Mayer, and I think the other two had it for 96-94 for Jonas. Again, it was difficult to score every round, almost every round up until the 7th round. All right, and I'm going to assume the judges that had it for Jonas, and I mean, again, those are 2 rounds that they had different from the way I scored it, because I scored it for Mayer. 2 of those rounds that I gave to Mayer, I think, were pretty close. And I'm assuming that judges gave them to Jonas. You know what I mean? I think Mayer won the fight. I think she won the match as scoring it, but I think she won the fight as well. And I know a lot of people don't understand when it comes to boxing, we're scoring rounds. Okay? It's no different from, like, I just did a video on Taraji against Canizales. I just did a video on that, and that fight was early this morning. And again, I think Canizales won the fight, and I think he won. There's times where I think a fighter might have won the fight, but the boxing match is based on round score. And I think Mayer, even though Jonas was landing big counters, and I just think that there was a point where Mayer was just outworking her. She was backing her up. She had her on the ropes. She cut her. You know what I mean? It's just like she just won to me. And Jonas, even though she did well boxing, and I think she was landing some big monster shots, right? I mean, the power is definitely there compared to the two, when you compare the two. But at the end of the day, Mayer kept coming forward, and I know Mayer defensively was poor. Didn't move her head at all. Was walking into everything. She's just walking robotically, coming straight forward, and paying for it. But at the same time, Mayer and her being the general, walking her down, connecting with the right hands, winning a lot of those exchanges, going to the body, just being a bully. I had to give it to her. I gave it to her 6 rounds to 4. It was a close fight. There were a couple of swing rounds in there. I figured when the fight was over, I figured they would. I thought they, what? I ain't gonna say Jonas. I figured that they would make it a draw. I thought they was gonna draw it out, being that the fight was out there. But they gave it to Jonas. I'm a little disappointed. Yes, I do think Mayer won. I think she should have won the fight. All right. Not the worst robbery, of them all. I wasn't throwing my controller when I heard the decision. My remote, I wasn't doing none of that because I wasn't surprised. I thought that this fight was even closer than the Alicia Baumgartner fight. That fight was close, and I know Mayer felt really angry, and she's still very angry, especially because of the the drug situation with Alicia Baumgartner. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It was a very, very, very close fight. And when a fight is that close, even though I feel like the winner should be clear, again, like for me to scream out robbery, it takes a lot. That's just me though, and that's the way I've always been on this channel. All right, some of you guys disagree with that, and it's cool. Thought Mayer won. As far as moving forward, I would love to see a rematch. I would love that. I know that there is no rematch clause, just like there wasn't a rematch clause when Mayer fought Alicia Baumgartner. Again, I'm not a fan of rematch clauses like that. I'm really not, and I know sometimes I really want a rematch. I want a rematch with this Kinshiro fight. I want a rematch with this fight. I think it's definitely warranted, but there is no rematch clause. And I don't believe Jonas is going to go back to fight Mayer again. I just don't. I think Jonas, being 39 years old, being a champion still, I don't know, maybe she'll run it back with Terry Harper. I know they were talking about her possibly fighting Clarissa Shields. I don't know. I think she's going to go for whatever is the biggest fight. And maybe Mayer in a rematch. Maybe that's the best option next. But I just don't expect there to be a rematch. I think it's unfortunate for Mayer. But these fighters, when it comes to boxing, people tend to forget real quick, depending on who the fighter is. And if you're not like a really like extremely hated fighter, people are willing to forgive. It's unfortunate. I think the British fans I'll let you. Jonas will go out there and pick up another good win. They're gonna forget. And Mayer is gonna complain, and it sucks, but it is what it is, man. And there's gonna be a couple people. There's gonna be people out there that's gonna defend Jonas and say that Jonas got the decision she deserved. So anyway, I don't know what happens next with both. Mayer, Younger, still have a lot of work to do. I think she really, really needs to work on the defense. God. Just not moving her head at all. You're just walking in, getting clubbed in the head every time you step in. And yes, you were more aggressive. I think you were more effective. But, you literally got hit with every single thing that Jonas landed. And this is what made it a close fight. I think, obviously, Mayer did more damage in 10 rounds. But, you got hit with everything. Everything. So there's definitely room for improvement when it comes to her. But she should stay up there. She should stay up there. Don't go back down too much, because she's tall, she's big, she's tall, and she should be fighting around this weight. Maybe not any less than junior welterweight. I wouldn't go back down any 140, but she still got a lot of time. Jonas, not sure. Again, maybe rematch with Terry Harper or something, but we just gotta wait and see. All right, but I would like to see a rematch. Don't get it twisted. I want to see a rematch. But I don't expect it to happen. I just got to be honest. All right, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who do you have winning the fight? How did you score it? I had it 96-94 for Mayer. Let me know what your scorecards in the comments. Subscribe, like the video, leave comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.